Welcome to the Ro&Dash podcast.
I'm Ro.
This is Dash. And today's topics.
We have a few, but in light of recent events, we're going to be talking about CK, Charlie Kirk. What was that? It's very unfortunate what happened. In this day and age, no one would be expecting. He wasn't even a political figure. He was just a social media presence that had a following, yes, but to have his life taken due to conflicting points of views, I think is a bit extreme. But in light of that, just extending to the family our condolences, and this is the way his life was taken. It's very unfortunate. His family's there, his kids were there. That's not something you would ever want your kids to see, or a child to get light of their parent or their father or any of their parents passing away in such a form. But yeah. We were like 2 weeks out from said events?
Yeah, at this point we're like 2 weeks out. I don't know. I didn't really know much about the guy until I've seen some of his videos. Most talking about the transgender. But my first initial thought when hearing about it was like, oh shit, like dang, I've seen that guy around. Like I've seen him on the interwave.
You said interwave?
Yeah, interwave.
Yeah.
And yeah, because at this point it's a microwave. Everyone's just riding their brain. Yeah. And then my first initial thought was, damn, this is going to be another hit on our Second Amendment. Now, at that point, I didn't realize how close I would be. I was just wrong on which amendment it would be an attack on.
Freedom of speech?
So, yeah, in the next coming days, it's just been a pure out attack on freedom of speech, and
which is something that he was for, though.
Yeah, but here's the thing, though. See, I don't want to sugarcoat this either. Like his political stances, and I disagree with that. Like the route in which he took, you can say because politics is just influence, and he had his own his own influential platform.
Yeah.
So I'd argue that at this point he had a political platform.
But he didn't have political state.
He didn't have political ties, but but that doesn't mean that your content isn't inherently political. Because you're talking about various things that's being passed. Whether it be the DEI stuff or whether it be the the transgender stuff, and laws are being passed on that. And I think I would deem it disingenuous to say he's not a political figure. I would think that he is.
But I don't think he is a political figure, being that he never held a political status.
That's fine.
So that's why I say he was more of an influencer.
So let me ask you this: if I don't go to church, does that mean I'm not religious?
No.
Okay.
I don't know. I don't know if that falls under that, though, because if you would have to be.
His whole conversations were about being political.
Yes, but he's not he himself was not a politician. He was never elected into that position.
So do I have to be a deacon to be a religious man?
No, but that's I don't think that those.
Why?
because
Why?
for politicians, they are elected into to their
Okay.
status, right? But
He was 31.
so that's saying like an
his career
influencer.
route
So that's
it
literally
would've been
saying like an
there.
influencer can be is a star.
He's as a star.
Yeah, but he's doing. He's just a
Ronald Reagan was an actor before he became president.
He that's it. Ronald Reagan took.
Donald
what
Trump
I'm
was
saying
a,
is
was a
we're
public celebrity before he
we're
was
in a
president.
different time, but I don't think
Ronald Reagan was 50 years
I
ago.
don't think he is a political figure. He was a social media presence that had a following.
What's the difference between Ronald Reagan being an actor and being a celebrity and then turning president? It's just a new age day of celebrity. It's just everyone is on YouTube and called an influencer. There's no difference.
I don't know. I wouldn't give it that. Not yet. At least I wouldn't say that.
If a tomato is yellow,
it's still a tomato.
Okay, so I'm gonna move forward.
But it's a fruit. Is that a vegetable?
It was never. It was never a vegetable.
You sure?
Everyone was just lied to, unless a particle accelerator made a difference.
So if you get a seedless tomato, what is that?
It just didn't happen to have seeds, just like or maybe it was lab grown, like some of our grapes. So
what?
Some of our grapes, lab grown, no seeds, lab grown. So yeah, so I would think that it would just be a little bit disingenuous because like his conversations were very geopolitical to begin with. His whole spiel was about politics and some of the laws that's being passed. Now, some of the stuff, now, upon further research, some of the stuff that I agree with.
Yeah.
Some of the stuff, it was just clear he was just being like it was clear he was being a bigot. I think that much is pretty clear. Like just some of the rhetoric that he would use specifically towards Black people, like that is the same rhetoric that I can use to white people, or I could use very similar rhetoric. So then, like, why are we having this conversation, or why are you just honing in on
his main
specific thing?
The thing I've noticed about him, his main thing was more debating.
Yeah.
So it's not like he just completely, depending on individuals that were debating him, it's not like he just completely overshunned them. He gave them space to debate their points of views to in which that he did his rebuttal, which he gave an open forum for a debate, which is also at an unfortunate time of his passing. It was an open debate for the college students against him.
Yeah, talking about mass shootings, but then he was almost about to curtail the conversation to gang violence. Like,
yeah, but I think
that wasn't the basis of the question.
I know, but the way I noticed, because there's there's videos, there's multiple videos I watched. There's some that are taken out of context because they're snippets. They're not given the full aspect of what he's saying. But then there's also points of views where you're like, all right.
So for example, I think one of the snippets you're talking about is particularly the one that I've seen is particularly one about the civil rights and how it was written. Not the fact that it itself was inherently bad, but like it was just too broad. I'm inclined to agree. I'm inclined to agree because we as a culture we wanted to be included and desegregated so bad we didn't realize what we inherently gave up. Because like there's, everyone will run to the most known one, Black Wall Street. But certain stuff that we had before desegregation, we could have built upon, and Lord knows what it would have been like. 50, 60, 70 years. At this point, it's like 70 years. So who knows what we would have been able to accomplish. Something that I didn't agree with was the DEI thing. So he's like specifically talking about if I walk into a plane and I see a Black pilot, like, oh, is this a racial quota that you're meeting? Is he as qualified as his white counterpart? And like, if we this is all well known information, and this is all like is as easy as a Google search. White women are the ones that benefit most from DEI. Then it's Latino people. Then it's veterans. Then it's a whole list. And guess who's dead last?
Yeah, but
we are dead last.
But listening to that's one of those that are taken to me. If you listen to the whole thing, I get what he's saying. Like I get what he's saying as far as like, all right, well, we have these set qualified, which is kind of a little bit confusing to me for using that example, because I'm like, all right, you can't be a pilot without going through a certain amount of tests, and they're not gonna have you, or I would hope they wouldn't just hire you because they're trying to meet a quota. Well, so it's like, all right, like I get what he's saying as far as like, all right, is this person a DEI hire? But I say there's certain industries where I don't think that would fall in. Like you have to hit a certain form of I guess know-how within that field in order to be in that field.
If you're going based off numbers and you're going based off statistics, we are dead last.
Yeah, so, within that. So so they would have to be actually that good.
So then I equally, because I try to get on a plane every year, you know, trying to see the world, and I could equally get on a plane and look left as I'm getting on, see a white woman, and say, "Damn." So then, what are we talking about?
I haven't seen any white pilots.
The one that
white women pilots.
Well, one of them at the top of the year in a Black Hawk. Yeah, okay then, right? Oh, okay then, right?
It's military.
Doesn't matter. You're still a pilot, right? Doesn't matter. Like, don't move the goalposts now.
I'm just saying.
Don't move the goalposts. I'm just saying. So, just all in all to say, like, I think some of his rhetoric was, and we got to stop using the word racism. It's not inherent. It's not racist to.
Majority of things
it's prejudice.
But then he was still. But majority of things he was speaking was based off of stats.
That's fine.
He was stat based. So it's not like he was just pulling these numbers out of nowhere. It was just stat based that he obviously reviewed in order to use as debate material.
Yeah, but you can also but you know, you can flip narrative on numbers.
You can easily do that, from what I gathered from him, like he's very stat based. Like, because most of the stuff he spoke about, I went and looked, and I was like, okay, he is taking straight from stats.
Okay, it's there, but a lot of times, this is what I had to realize about basketball specifically. Funny enough, that. You know, you can look at a statue, but you're missing a lot of the context. Yeah. Like, how do we get there?
Yeah.
You understand? Yeah. So it's I'm a stat guy myself. So like I like looking at numbers, and numbers don't speak the whole story a lot of times.
Yeah.
And that it just is what it is. Like you know, we can look at pictures and hieroglyphs and numbers from Egyptian civilizations, and we can kind of get a picture, but we can never really truly understand how life was just by looking at their work.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
That and all to say, I do think that the event is a travesty. I do think that especially for his spouse to be there.
His kids were there.
Yeah. They're pretty young. They're not really gonna know or understand. Yeah, but someone's going to tell them.
They were old enough to.
No.
How old are they?
No, one is like one, and they're young. They're young. Yes, they're young.
I thought. I've seen some other kids.
No. They were. I think. One has definitely just turned one in like May. So they're not going to remember. They're going to be told, and then that's going to just be that. It is most definitely a travesty for someone to go out like that. I really thought it was going to be more about a conversation about gun laws and trying to take more guns out of people's hands, but. This is a part of the conversation that I want to put my tinfoil hat on, because I think it was all set up. There was just too many different. I was vehemently told that there's no such thing as coincidence. Coincidence is just the language of our ancestors, and there were just again too many coincidences um, in this specific story. Um, going from the gunman himself, and he has a MAGA background, but he's also part of the trans community, and his lover was part of the.
Which makes no sense.
And then that, we can continue going further.
I mean, we can't say it makes no sense because we don't know.
It doesn't,
but based off of how everything's planned out, it makes no sense.
So then we can go to even further in detail about the firearm itself. That when he jumped down, he didn't have a firearm, but then now it's left. So then that means that he would have to dismantle it, meaning that and that type of rifle is not very quickly dismantled.
But there's also a video of him walking with it to the event, so they had it like he was walking
to the event.
To the event.
When leaving,
he didn't. Yes. So because he was moving too freely.
Okay. So I'm not talking about going. I'm talking about leaving after the.
Yeah. So I mean that's what I'm saying. And, like he was walking with it assembled, because you could see him like he was. I guess he had it down his pants.
Yeah.
And you could see him walking with it.
So yeah, but like I don't. I know the firearms that I'm interested in, and upon further research with that firearm and just the rhetoric that's going around, that firearm is extremely difficult to even by professionals. It's not going to be dismantled very quickly, very easily for you to get away after a shot is taken. It's basic hunting rifle, but then it's put back together when he's essentially gotten away. It's put back together and then nicely wrapped in a bow, basically, for someone to find in the woods. So there's a lot of just like questionable parts of the story, and I think that
could have been a drone.
I think that I mean, you can use various different terms. You can use Manchurian Candidate. You can use it was just extremely weird, and another first initial thought before any other information came out is my question was he becoming too powerful in his sphere? So
I think when it comes to that, I don't think he's becoming too powerful. I think it's a matter of where his point of view was.
Or maybe it was just a sacrifice.
That too, but also if you're starting to lead a message that's against a certain group of people, it will awaken your group or will possibly awaken the masses to a certain group of people. Then it brings attention towards you in the negative.
So because we can there's various different people that you can call upon. You can call upon someone like John F. Kennedy. You can call upon someone like MLK. You can call upon someone like Malcolm X. You can call someone like Fred Hampton. Lives that were snubbed out that had different ideals or causes, and the question became, were they becoming too powerful in their sphere? Now, say what you want. I know some people aren't gonna appreciate that. I'm not comparing him, but there are events in history that has happened that you can kind of point to, like, this is very similar.
Yeah, it's just the fact that now being in the information age that we're in now,
it's too quick. Too easy.
It's very quick, and then there's also a lot of individuals, people that have spoken out, obviously against Charlie Kirk or what he stands for. They've lost their jobs.
Well, here's the thing. you got people online, and these
Well, they're celebrating.
Yeah,
which is crazy.
that's different. So
Yeah.
so here's my thing. Again, no, and I think this is, and I really do think that black people as a whole just don't know where to land on this, because we are inherently inherently look at our fellow man. We inherently like embrace our fellow man. And I've said this before, like mainly off air. I don't know if I've ever said it in front of camera, but we're just too divided. We're too divided as a country. We're too divided as a people. We're too divided as a species.
Yeah, it makes no sense. It's stupid.
So when you have people celebrating
Somebody
a
losing
death,
their lives.
losing their life in front of their in front of their entire family, regardless of what their he's not you know, does he have social political ideas that you can point to that's like, yo, that's kind of fascist. Yeah. However, he hasn't committed any atrocities.
No, but
he hasn't committed any crimes.
You can have your point of views. I don't mean we have freedom of speech, so everybody could believe what they choose to believe. At the end of the day, he's still a human. You shouldn't like, oh, he's dead. Like what?
Yeah,
they were rejoicing. They weren't celebrating. They were rejoicing.
I mean,
that this man lost his life. I'm like, yo, that's crazy.
This is what I mean about the division. Like, not everyone needs to have a camera.
Well, no,
not everyone needs to have a microphone.
Yeah, but those who chose to were going on, and they were just like, yeah. I'm like,
no. Watching
the videos, you're like, yo, it's sickening.
No,
in a sense.
No, going again. I thought it was going to be a hit on gun control.
Yeah,
it's been more of a hit on freedom of speech. Jimmy Kimmel,
he was saying some funny stuff though.
He didn't say anything.
He was saying some crazy stuff about other groups.
Yeah, but he didn't say no. But the clip in question.
I know.
So nothing else. I'm not talking about anything else.
I don't think it was just that.
The clip.
But they used that.
Yeah. Okay. So then. That clip in question, he didn't say much of anything about him. He didn't.
That's why I'm saying I don't think it was just that. I think it was others that were involved that he spoke of, and they were like, well, I think it's time.
Jimmy Fallon is backing him, endorsing him. Stephen Colbert, I don't know this one. Stephen Colbert got canceled too.
No, but like people are legit losing jobs.
I mean,
like regular individuals are losing jobs.
Is that against the Constitution though? Is that against your constitutional right?
I mean, there's things.
Or do you give up your constitutional right when you align yourself with a corporation?
There's certain things that have been put into place that I think a lot of people just haven't realized when they should really review the laws. There's a lot of things that have been written up of late that if you review, then you'll kind of understand. We'll talk about it, like, I guess, after this. But there's stuff that's been put into place that people haven't realized that's kind of taking effect now.
Okay, do any of those things, yes or no, do any of those things supersede my constitutional right?
Kinda.
So then what you're saying is that our rights are being slowly stripped.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And you don't see that as a problem?
I do see that as a problem, but what I'm saying is being done in a way where you could talk about what you choose to talk about, just not this.
So I guess now my next question would be, are we a democracy?
We haven't been in quite some time. So it's an illusion. So But that's another conversation for another time. That's another conversation for another time. But yeah. Well, like I said, R.I.P. to Charlie Kirk. Our condolences to his family. Very unfortunate, very untimely. I don't know. I would have liked. I don't know, cause I wasn't ever paying attention to him, so I can't say I would have liked to see what he would have become. But I mean, I don't know. I don't think this was a necessary step as far as taking his life. I think it should have just let him be. But hey, that's just me. I see you might view it differently.
It doesn't move my needle.
Okay,
it doesn't move my needle whatsoever.
Yeah, no, I mean, to me, no, it doesn't move my needle either. But once it brought it to my attention, it's like
this is not. I mean, yeah, because now you're ingesting. Exactly. Now you're becoming emotionally invested.
I'm not emotionally.
You are because it just you got to stop thinking about the term emotionally as someone like
no.
You're becoming you're like everyone is becoming emotionally charged from this. If you weren't emotionally driven, then we wouldn't be having this conversation right now. Because this is probably going to be the biggest conversation of this of the specific episode.
No, I think, but I think it's more of just being that it's a current topic is more of that's what it is. Because otherwise, I wouldn't have looked into it. I'm like, okay, current news, cool. Not cool, but
like I said, yeah. I don't think that this is I don't think that for me it doesn't move my needle, and it doesn't move my bottom line. Again, it was unfortunate, especially in the way that it happened, but I mean, based off of his own words, like having gun laws, there are going to be unfortunate deaths. So if the roles were reversed,
yeah, but you can't be
if the roles were reversed.
Oh shoot!
And it happened to me, and I made national news. He would have said the same thing. He would have said, "Oh, having there are innocent deaths all year, every year. This is a byproduct of having a Second Amendment right."
Yeah, but
right?
What did David Chappelle say? What? He said we have our First Amendment. The Second Amendment is just in case the first one doesn't work out.
Yeah. Absolutely. So I don't think that this is our fight. I don't think it's the day after. The day after.
Was it legit the day after?
It was like a day or two after. Okay. A bunch of HCBUs
were threatened.
And then they closed down. Like how did this
transition
to that? How
that made no sense to me because when I heard it, I was like,
how? It was legit like a day or two. I was like,
what? How did they get involved with this? It makes no sense.
Well, I saw another influencer online and I kind of resonated with this. What does it matter who does what when the enemy is already given to you? I'm already telling you who to hate. I'm already telling you, and what was a lot of his rhetoric? I'm already telling you.
So was it you feel his rhetoric was to hate against the black people? I don't think that was the case. He was bringing up stats, but his stats he was never pointing like these people to. He was bringing up points of like, all right, these.
But
there's negative actions that they're taking that should be corrected before we start talking about other things.
There are exceptions to every single rule, and there are various there are various cultures. This is what, for better or for worse, this is what we are as a country. We're a mosh pit of what's going on, boy. We're a mosh pit of different cultures. you can go to every single culture and you can find, the exception to that rule. I'm going to be able to find black people that make us look like terrible. I'm going to be able to find white people that make them look terrible. I'm going to be able to find Indian people, Asian people. I'm going to be able to go to any culture, but he chose to specifically target us. That's what I'm saying.
But that was always being brought up towards him, I believe.
Well, because
I think that was the debate, because it seems like everything always seems to be a black and a white. So
trans. Yeah.
The third race. No, but it just seems that way. But that's the way it was. Like, if you watched it, like I said, like, obviously if you watched it, it's like, all right, it's either white, black. It's like, all right, it doesn't have to be a white and black. It's like, all right,
that he chose to keep the conversation
but that's
there.
the way his debates were pushed, though. It was always whoever came up presented it in a white and black manner. It wasn't just his point of view. It was just everybody else just kept doing that too. So if that's the information that people are using to debate against you.
So he had so many stats and so much information on the black community. If he was so well versed, why didn't he have the other stats for the various different cultures?
I believe he did as well.
Where are they at?
I didn't watch.
Okay, then. All right. I didn't watch those videos. So how can you say you believe then?
But then,
if you don't know.
But then that's like me. That's me having to dive in further into what he was about, and me personally, I did not care to. I watched so I could see certain things that were taken out of context, or if those things were completely taken out of context, so I could get a better understanding of who he is. But as far as to dive further into all his conversations, I'm not doing all of that.
I dived heavily.
You dived heavily?
I dived heavily. I told you one day I was like, yo.
You swan dived?
I swan dived. Because I wanted to be ready. Mm-hmm. And a lot of his conversations, whether you say it was curtailed that way or not.
Were they not?
He was in... No, because he was in control of most of those conversations
because they couldn't out-debate him, and that was the problem.
That was the problem. So then if you have the capability of out-debating whoever you're talking to, why do you always allow yourself to fall into a certain box of conversation?
Because he
It sounds like you're making excuses at this point.
I'm not making excuses. I was going back to the same thing. He was just flowing with where they were leading, and he was debating them based off of where they were. So then
right before the shot rang, the question was, how many mass shootings have there been in the last 10 years? Mm-hmm. And that's a very broad question.
Yes.
No. It has
Finish what you're saying.
It has nothing to do with race, mm-hmm, right? Mm-hmm. That question inherently has nothing to do with race. Mm-hmm. Why is the next thing he says is with or without gang violence? Now you know who is tied,
but it's not. But there's multiple groups tied to gang violence.
Who is inherent when we're looking at the news, when we're looking at social media, when we're looking online, when we're talking about it with our families. Who is inherently tied to the term gang violence?
Like I was saying, there's multiple groups tied to it. Like you have in the West, you do have Latino groups.
Okay, you do.
You do have Latino groups and you do have black groups. But if you listen to it, they do have mass shootings. Like Chirac is not called Chirac. Chicago is not called Chirac for no reason. It's not when they're shooting, they're shooting mass people. So yes. He didn't have to bring that up, but bringing it up is part of the point because they do mass shootings.
Okay,
multiple people are getting shot within the group, but the mass shootings we usually talk about are the ones done by the white individuals because they tend to take it out on schools and churches. So
filled with black people
or white people or kids in schools doing nothing but trying to learn. So it's like, I mean, he said with or without including. So I mean, but hey,
Now, do you know you know what constitutes a mass shooting? How matter of fact, not what. Do you know how many? I'll just be more.
you said how many?
Yeah, I'll be more direct. Do you know how many constitutes a mass shooting?
No.
4.
And that's very small. Even though that sounds crazy to say that's very small because you shouldn't be numbering deaths to give it a mass shooting. In my head, I was like, you shouldn't be killing people like that. But if that's the case, then I mean, there's mass shootings happening literally every day. So it's like, I don't know.
And it's not just black people doing it.
It's not just black people doing it. But the major mass shootings that we hit the news tend to be done.
Is that not by design? Okay, so all right. See, so when I was a teenager, I'd sit with my grams, and she would, just like anyone from, she's actually from the silent era. Is she from the silent era? I think she's from the silent era. She was silent generation. Anyone that's a silent from silent generation or from or baby boomer, even some Gen Xers, they watch the news. They would sit down, they watch CNN, MSNBC, ABC, Fox, whatever their ideals aligned with, that's who they would watch, right? So I sometimes just spending time with my grams, I'd watch with her. At a certain point, as a teenager, I was able to. I don't have the feeling any longer. I haven't worked on it. I was able to like call what the next segment of like a particular news station would be. Again, I can't remember like down to a T anymore, but like there would always be a black man getting arrested. Mind you, we lived in New York, so all our news was based around New York. So, it would be if it was just like something out like national, it might be a car chase. I'm carbon dating myself at this point. Be a car chase, the weather, a kid doing something extraordinary, black man going to jail, or commit a crime or something like that, and then maybe like a small business or like a business making a large trade or doing something that is noteworthy, and it would just be on repeat. It would just happen over and over and over. Same formula, but just different faces. Is this all by design? Is this like Byron Scott? Byron Scott wanted to buy NBC. Was told huge lawsuit, whatever. I don't even know the outcome of any of that. But he asked one of the head officials. He's like, would you be comfortable with me being in control of an entity like that? Dude was like, no. He's like, I wouldn't want you. I like whatever you're gonna put up there. I wouldn't want my kids to watch.
When was this?
That was just a couple years ago. 2025. It's like 2020, 2021.
Yeah, when they were putting out good stuff then though.
Doesn't matter. I mean, it had nothing to do with the climate. Talking about it was not good stuff. That's something like that's not going to be televised because they don't want people to know.
Mm-hmm. No, what I'm saying is, as far as like, I don't know because I mean, he's a different individual. What I'm going based off of is if we didn't have the Family Matters or the Fresh Princes or shows like that at the time. We had more leaning towards reality TV. So that's the only reason I said that comment. That's like we weren't putting out good stuff then. But I get what you're saying. Like, it's an assumption. You don't know what he would have put out. So yeah, but yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. It's a world of confusion.
Well, continue on with the news and propaganda, and what's real and what's not real. What's going on with all these like people getting found hung?
I mean, those are the hangings where it seem to be going based off of the events of the Charlie Kirk, because it seemed to happen right after, and people were saying that it seemed to be racially driven, but it's weird because we don't know what the motive is because they haven't caught people.
I don't know about that. All right, so
they happened like legit, like a
they
day
happened
or two
legit.
after.
They happened a couple days after as well. I don't know if they were racially charged because all right, so
they just want to have people.
Yo, this is crazy. No, because one of them was a white homeless man.
Yes.
So then, what? So how is that one? It's like
one of them, because they also said like two of them seemed like they were suicide attempts. So I'm like, I don't know.
So I didn't even know about the the two in Mississippi,
mm-hmm.
and then the one in Albany. So the one in Albany is the one that's not being televised. Yeah. The one in Albany is the one where they're like, oh,
it's hush hush.
He did it himself.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
makes no sense.
We don't do stuff like that in public.
Yeah, it makes no sense.
But yeah, that one, and even if he did, commit unalive. I got my bad. Unalive. AJ, cut that out. Even if he unalived himself, why is that not newsworthy? Like, this is something that we didn't.
But that's why I was saying that's why I was saying it's racially charged, because it happened in broad daylight.
Yeah.
So it's like, all right. So if it happened broad daylight, somebody must have seen.
Well, unless he was found in the morning. So I don't know if it happened in broad day. He was found in the morning. So more than likely happened overnight.
Yes, my stomach has an answer for that.
And then the kid in Mississippi on the university. Now that one is weird. Mm-hmm. That one's coincidental in terms of Charlie Kirk, because that one, it happened to a black male, lynched, and it was on the university.
He was lynched, or he hung himself?
We don't know.
Exactly, that's the problem.
Yeah, so
there's cameras though. One would assume.
Yeah, there's cameras everywhere.
One would assume,
and they didn't catch that.
One would assume.
Just wait, something else that we forgot to mention. I was just about to based off of cameras. You reminded me about the Epstein files, and like with his death. Like, the cameras didn't
fuzzy it
out, and so that's something else that Charlie Kirk was getting into. The Epstein files.
Yeah.
So
like I said, dude.
That's why I go back to
when you speak about certain things and you grab the attention of certain individuals, moves start getting made.
That's what I'm saying.
So that's what I referred to before.
That's why I like. There are various different reasons on his particular story why I feel like, was this by like this I don't know if this is just an act of aggression, and like he was just taken out by one radicalist. Like, I'm not sure about that. But yeah, I don't know what's going on with these people being found.
Yeah, I mean, there was literally a short period of time. It was within that week.
It was within that week,
and then it just stopped afterwards.
Because he passed away on a Wednesday. I want to say, like, it was the Mississippi ones. Was 2 in one day.
Yeah,
and then the Albany man was first.
Yeah,
that happened, I think,
the day after. It seemed like it.
or like maybe that Friday or something like
Yeah.
that. It was somewhere.
Yeah, they all
very
happened
close.
within the same time period.
Yeah.
So it was not like it was spread out. It's just immediate, and then I was like, it just stopped. I was like, all right, okay. So
I don't know. And
yeah, yeah,
weird.
yeah, man. What else is happening out here? The star, David,
What?
the singer star. I recently watched it. So he must have been romantically involved.
Oh yeah.
With a, I guess she was at the time she was 13. She's
Minor.
Yeah, and he was
minor pedo.
What was he? His age? Significantly older. I wouldn't say significant. Probably like 5 years. 13, 5. That's 18.
Pedo.
I think he was a little bit older.
He was older than 18. Pedo.
Yeah, but the family was okay with it. And she went missing.
Pedo.
And they found her body within the Tesla, it was just random. Yeah, the frunk of the Tesla. Like that's what it is. And it seemed, I guess, dismembered because well, she's small. She was like only they said she was 120 pounds. And she would be 15. No, she wouldn't be 15. Was it that long? It was for some time that they couldn't find her. She went missing from the family, and they found her dismembered. If not dismembered, I might be wrong about that, but they found her dead in the front of his Tesla that's registered to him, and he's on tour.
Yeah.
So she has the same tattoos on her finger.
Stop leaving your kids with weirdos.
I mean, they were okay with it, so
stop leaving your kids.
I guess
with
he
weirdos.
befriended the family, and they were good with it. And she was with him for quite some time. They even have video images of her with him. So it's kind of crazy to find her dead, and he's still going about his day. So he was on tour.
Yeah, I gotta make it believable.
So it's kind of, I don't know. And it was parked somewhere in Hollywood before, I guess at a residence, and they kept moving it, obviously. And then they're complaining about the smell then, and I guess they moved it to somewhere else where it was discovered. And so his house was raided, and he was still on tour. He was still on tour, but I think he was overseas. So I don't know how that's gonna develop. I guess we'll
going to Yale.
We'll drop back and
he going to Yale.
But
throw the book at him.
It don't look good.
Throw the book at him.
It really doesn't look.
Let
good
him ride
for him.
Let him ride. It's over.
Yeah.
Let him ride.
And I never knew about this dude either.
Never. I don't care. I didn't. I did. Yeah.
I mean, he made a song that I heard before, but I was like, all right.
Let him ride.
But
let him ride. You're over.
I mean, we don't know what could have happened.
Doesn't matter. You just had a whole conversation about a dude being assassinated and saying that, yo, the loss of life, it shouldn't have happened.
No, it shouldn't have happened.
This is way.
It should have happened, but you say you don't know until you know, but the way it seems.
Send them by river. Bag them, pack it up. Hey, focus.
Kobe's just all up in the business.
Yeah.
But yeah. So yeah, I mean, it don't look good for him. This is with very limited information. I'm sorry, I'm not giving like clear cut information, but I'm pretty sure it's worldwide news at this point. So I mean, we'll give you updates on the next time based off.
He'll give you updates. I've already given you my update.
I mean,
pack them up.
We might
send him upriver.
Give him the sentences and whatnot,
and we'll see him in the next life. Hopefully not.
Yeah. So
it's over.
But yeah, it's not looking good. Yeah, it's not looking good, and it's very unfortunate that she lost her life.
How's he gonna be able to explain that?
I don't know. That's a good question.
How's he gonna be able to explain that?
I don't think he'd be able to explain that.
Sir, how did she end up in your trunk? That ain't good enough. That won't be good enough. You gotta be able to prove. I mean, you're innocent until you're proven guilty.
Guilty, exactly.
However,
yeah, when you have the evidence in your vehicle,
why the car is registered to your? Yo, that's like
she has the same tattoo he has on his finger.
That's like going to a crime scene.
Family knows who your face is.
Finding the smoking gun. It's still hot, and your fingerprints is on it.
You sure? It'll be somebody else could have did the deed.
His car registered in his name. What more? Do you really need his fingerprint? If I dust down the steering wheel, I'm pretty sure I'll find his fingerprints on it.
It could have been his driver's fingerprints on it.
Does he make enough money?
Yeah, it seems like
for him to have a driver.
Yeah, it seems like it.
I don't know nothing about this dude.
But yeah, also it's your car, so
registered in your name.
Your car is just randomly somewhere. You can't.
Why is it being who? And then damn, the person that's moving it is now not accomplice. Yeah. So now, not only are you getting hemmed up, whoever you told, I'm gonna throw you some bread. Yeah. So that means that person might have not known.
They will smell it.
But if I'm told not to go in,
but you can smell the body.
Plausible deniability for that. Look, read up on it. Plausible deniability. That's like you and me being in the same car. It's your car and I'm driving it and I get pulled over and then in the trunk they find massive amounts of drugs. Plausible deniability. I didn't know. He just told me to drive. He said he was tired. He's like, "Can you drive?" I drove. You stopped me. I didn't know. This is not my vehicle. It's not my name. I'm not going through his stuff. As a matter of fact, if you paid me and you told me, don't go in the trunk, plausible deniability. Look it up. Yo. Yeah. Nah. Yeah, send him over. It's over. Pack it up.
Yeah.
Talking about packing stuff up, though. Did you see that Demon Slayer movie?
Oh yeah,
because there's a whole bunch of people that got their whole joint packed up.
Damn, are we talking about Demon Slayer movie now? Thought it was something else.
No, nope.
Cut this out. But no, it was a great movie. It was long. I was in the movie.
That's the only gripe.
I was enlightened. And I was sitting there.
See, you set yourself up for failure.
I was sitting there and I was like, I didn't get comfortable. And I put my foot up, just chilling. I was like, yo, why am I getting so comfortable here? I was like, yo, how long? Oh, damn, I've been here for like an hour and a half already.
Yeah.
And there's no way. It was not even close to being finished.
No.
So
I took my son and he stayed up for the first hour and 15. Fell asleep, and then when he woke up, there was still 45 minutes to a half an hour left. Yeah, that's the only gripe. And we watch Marvel movies. I just got finished watching Superman. I don't even know how long that was.
It's 2 hours.
2 hours, 10 minutes. Those are like sweet spots for a lot of movies or whatever. When it's an epic, like Endgame or something like that, that was 3 hours. I don't even remember how. I think Into the Spider-Verse was solid. It
was like 2
hours.
Yeah.
So you're not new to long movies, but for
animation. It's because
long.
Going from. Like,
and it doesn't mean it wasn't good.
Going from 27-minute episode,
not even 27, 22, 20 to 22,
27, 22, still in the 20s. Going from
the extra 5 minutes matters.
Sometimes it's just
because you can watch three episodes in an hour.
Yeah, but I said sometimes it's like those little chimes. So you have the beginning of the credits, the end of the credits, and sometimes you have to watch the stuff that happens at the end because it give little clues within the anime episode. So
not everyone does that.
Not everybody, but depends on which ones you watch. But yeah, it was long. But this is equivalent of an end game for this particular series. This is the pretty much end of it.
It's not pretty. It is the end of it. This is the first part of.
It's the first part of 3 movies,
and this is the end. And so, if this is the way you start, good lord.
Yeah, the next movie is supposed to be in 2027.
That just seems okay. So I do have two gripes. The first gripe is like, which is not really a gripe, is I like I'm just older now, but like it was long. And the second gripe is like, yo, goddamn, now I gotta wait 2 years. That's a huge like, come on. But if it's gonna take y'all 2 years to make something that looks like that, do it again. Like it was literally 2.5 hours. I'd say it was what, a good hour and a half full of fights.
Mm-hmm.
And then like
good backstories,
and then the other hour was just backstories sprinkled all over the place.
Yeah, but it was. I think the backstory is unnecessary. It gave
unnecessary
or necessary.
Oh yeah,
it gave further
absolutely.
depth. So if without the backstory, it would be clean cut. Like, all right, but I like the fact that they gave backstory so that we have a better understanding of each of the characters.
Anybody that was on screen for longer than 5 minutes got a backstory.
Yeah,
and it was completely warranted. Like, what are some of the motivations? Why are some people there?
Mm-hmm.
Coinky dink that certain people got to meet up with the certain demons that they specifically wanted to fight. Let's start off with Shinobu. Shinobu and Doma fight. That was crazy. Cause it's been how long has it been since the manga? It's been like 2 years at this point.
Yeah.
So, I've forgotten a lot of spoilers. Don't watch. It's over. Spoilers. We're getting into it. I forgot a lot. Not a lot, but I forgot some of like the little minute details, like the fact that like because I was in the movie theater, I'm like, yeah, she's gonna win. Oh shit, no, she got bodied. And then it's gonna be Kanao and Inosuke to come. Well, Inosuke's gonna come because Kanao's already there, but Inosuke's gonna come, and he has a gripe with Doma, and they're gonna end up beating him together. I don't remember. I don't think that there was any. I don't think neither one of them manifested the marks.
He does.
Who? Inosuke?
Mm-hmm.
During the fight?
I believe so. Yeah.
I don't remember. I don't remember him doing that. But yeah.
I think pretty much everybody.
No, because Zenitsu doesn't.
Who?
Zenitsu. I really don't think that Inosuke does.
I think he does.
Because he.
I gotta go back.
Yeah, gotta go back.
Yeah.
Because Shinobu poisoned her entire body. Mm-hmm. So that's what's going to give them the edge. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so Shinobu is just piercing him with her sword fast, but he's still playing around with her. Like, oh, you're faster than I thought. Ha ha ha. Like, he's a dick. He is like Dom was a dick, and it's funny to watch, but it's like, yo, goddamn, like, chick, you have no chance against this dude.
But at the time, she didn't know. She kept trying to get, trying to get the right poison, and then at the same time trying to keep up with him because he kept getting faster, and she tried to get faster.
And also, no, they can't get the marks.
Who?
Kanao and Inosuke. They couldn't get the marks during that fight because of his ability.
Oh, yeah.
The cryogenesis or whatever.
Yeah.
Your body has to heat up. He was cooling the entire area down, and then when they breathed it in, it felt like their lungs were getting sliced up. So no, they couldn't have gotten it. So it was just based off of Shinobu poisoning herself.
No, we look it up because I thought he did get his mark.
Not him. No, it was just Tanjiro. But yeah, yeah, Kanao got destroyed. Not Kanao. Shinobu got destroyed.
Mm-hmm.
And then Kanao comes in. She's like already halfway eaten. Like you can't even see her face. Yeah, that sucks.
Not eating, absorbed.
Absorbed.
Yeah, he didn't either.
Then you had Zenitsu versus. Don't even remember his name.
Not necessary.
Don't even remember his name. But even their backstory. Oh, so apparently that no, Coco Shibo is the number one. Can't remember his name, but he was the same kid that outed Guillaume's the little band of homeless kids that Guillaume was taking care of. He's the one that outed them to the demon. Like told them like, oh no, don't eat me. They're already there. So he already had some history of like succumbing to demon influence. You're a jerk. But Zenitsu, 7th form, decapitated him. He was no joking at all, no crying, just straight business.
Got him. I mean, it was a good fight. I mean, at the end of the day, the master knew why he needed both of them. Why he also made him his, I guess his peer. Is that the correct term?
No, co-successors.
He has 2 co-successors. So it made sense. I guess he didn't realize it because he couldn't learn the first one. He couldn't learn the first
form of the foundation.
He couldn't learn the first form, which is foundation, and
Zenitsu couldn't learn
the rest of them. But I guess he knew based from his past life that learn the first. If you couldn't learn the rest, he's meant to create the next form, or the next forms because we don't know who he's gonna make. And he himself or the other successor was meant to maintain the other styles or the other forms that were already created. So I mean, I think he knew, but he himself didn't know, which ate him up and turned him vengeful.
And then talking about the masters, I missed this part in the theater, but I heard that the master committed seppuku, but like the part about it that I didn't realize is that usually you have a second person because cut your head off.
Yeah, because you're gutting yourself.
Yeah, so like so you're not feeling the pain.
Yeah, you're in full pain. Yeah, you're bleeding out while you already cut your intestines.
So like he died slowly. So he died slowly, and like Zenitsu was pissed about that. He was like, he did that shit by himself. So. Yeah, as much as
he's like, I couldn't give a damn. I was like, damn.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, that was a good fight. It was good to see the other forms, the other lightning forms.
Yeah. Because we never got that. We only got Thunder and Clap.
Yeah. Although it's Thunder and Clap is hard.
I was just happy that one, he was awake. Just like, we've already read this, so, it is what it is. But the fact that he was awake and the fact that, I mean business. Like, I'm not messing around. Like, these hoes don't matter right now. These hoes don't matter right now. I need to get my get back. And he damn for sure got his get back. But dude,
he's like, I've never seen that before. What is it?
He's like, you lied. He's like, I knew it. Grams was leaving it. Grams was hiding it from me. He's like, nah, I made this one up on my own, homie. So I guess Denise was meant to bring, as you said, the style further into the future while
he maintains the ones that is. So it keeps it going.
Yeah.
So it builds on the...
Because how many forms does water have? Water has like 13? Yeah. Or is it like 11?
But it has a lot.
I can't remember which one has 13. Sun has son has 12, but Yoruichi, the younger brother to Kokoshibo, number one, he was able to master it. So if he did 1 through 12 in quick concession, he was able to get to 13. Like 13 is just an amalgamation of 1 through 12, and that's how he was able to put the beats on Muzan. So what happened? It happened. But next we didn't get to see a lot of Guillaume. And
he's running around,
just running around, body and shit. Didn't get to see a lot of Sanemi. He's just sitting around, body and shit. Fuck Genya. Who gives a fuck about him? Except for Sanemi. No one gives a fuck. Hey, you got your little got your little gun, pea shooter, eating demons.
Get some abilities. You know, it makes him unique. He's different.
Pack him up.
He's different.
We got enough difference. Guillaume has a long range. He doesn't even have a sword. Yeah, I got an axe and a ball and chain. Like that's all I need.
Yeah.
Yeah. Pack him up. And we didn't get a lot of Nezuko. But I guess
she's sleeping.
Yeah, sleeping for right now.
You see her later. The next movie we'll see her.
So what do you think the next movie is gonna end? Like just based off of, because it's gonna.
I think it'll be at the Musan fight.
At the beginning of the Musan fight.
Yeah.
So that means that they're gonna kill number 4. Who kills number 4? No. Oh, the love and the love Hashira
and the snake
Hashira, and the serpent Hashira, with the help of the demon kid that was running around, acting like a medic. Forever. Yeah. They're gonna get together and beat number 4. Number 4, the Affinity, number 4's demon art is crazy. Like the whole the scale of the castle is crazy. Like that shit was really infinite. Like it was like a whole different dimension. Like they're never gonna find that dude. Like if they didn't kill her, they was never gonna find him. Like all he probably needed was a couple more hours or a couple more minutes, however long, because we don't know time frame. We don't know how fast this is going.
I think this just happened really fast though. For when excuse me,
when it started,
it's happened like immediately because they're falling.
Well, when Kaguya, before he blew up, he had specifically told he told Guillaume, he was like, "Yo, this fight is gonna be long and drawn out because you
have to wait till the sun." Yeah.
So then, like I gave a time frame. He was like, "Yo, you probably got to fight for like, I think it was like 8 hours or something like that." So, like fast, and I don't know what you consider fast. Like, are we talking about?
And we don't know what time the fight started.
Yeah, like, are we talking about Dragon Ball? We talking about Dragon Ball quick? Like everything is happening in seconds?
No, it's happening. I think the fights. Some of the fights
that fast.
Some of the fights, it depends. Cause I think some of the fights took a little bit longer, but it depends on when did they initially start to fall. Was it at midnight? Was it like 1 o'clock in the morning?
Who knows?
We don't know because he just got there, rode in like Michael Jackson
and blew up.
Yeah,
blew up. He's like, yo, he killed his entire family. He's like, I didn't. Even Muzan was like, yo, damn, son, like he really had it out for me. Like, yes, nigga. Oh, talk about Kaguya. Like, so his son, which was originally dressed up as a girl, but his son took over the reins, and
he's in control.
Yeah. He's just
mapping out the whole castle, which is crazy.
Pops just died. Older sister just died. Wait, yo, we ain't got time to cry. Like, we'll cry after this. We got to get this job done. Like, I'll get back.
Yeah.
Yeah. The Zenitsu fight was good. But
Tanjiro and
what happened?
number 3.
Oh, so yeah, that was the meat and potatoes. That was that not like an hour, hour and a half long? That had to be like an hour and a half.
It was a long movie. Yeah, it was a long fight. I was saying a long movie. It was a long movie. It was a long fight.
Yeah, because Akaza's backstory alone was like
it was deep.
20, 30 minutes. Yeah. Like he had a but I mean, my guy was always Rengoku anyway, and Kyojuro to be specific. But like, even from that movie, like I'm like, yo, Akaza's mean. Like damn, like see about my favorite character syndrome. Can't have a favorite character. That's why I don't have a favorite character. But even from that movie, like, yo, you're the only demon that's out here just battling with the paws. That's it. Like no special, nothing. I'm just out here
throwing hands.
And boy, was he throwing hands, breaking Gyu's sword. Yo, Gyu's water breathing was like the most beautiful thing in that movie. It looked amazing. And then
I don't know.
What?
The 7 breathing for the lightning, that was tough.
Oh, the dragon?
Yeah,
the thunder dragon?
That was tough.
I don't know.
I forgot the name. What was the name?
It doesn't even matter. It was a fucking lightning dragon.
Man, it's fire.
Yeah, it was fire. Lightning, or yeah. I was like, yo.
It was hard. That was a good.
And then the fact that he was already falling, and then he came back up. Yo, yeah.
But as far as the fight between number 3, that was a really good fight. The fact that both of them were fighting him at the same time and he was defending, they were covering each other's blind spots. That was
saving
really
each other.
Yeah, I wouldn't say cover. They were saving each other because he was about to die a few times. What's his name? The Water Hashirama?
Gyu.
Yeah, Gyu almost got caught a couple times.
Or so Tanjiro.
Both of them, because Gyu was about to get a fatal blow and Tanjiro cut his hands off.
Yeah.
So he's about to be gone. he's about to get packed up. And he got his hands cut off. But yeah, I mean, his backstory is deep. I mean, reading it is one thing, but when it's actually animated,
I think so. The creator of Attack on Titan had said like, "Yo, the anime is the medium in which it's meant to be consumed. Like not the manga, like how it's normally. Like normally the manga is how things are meant to be consumed, but or it's closest to the creator's vision. I didn't care too much for Akaza's backstory when reading it.
Right.
When seeing it, I was like, oh, like he really went through it. Like, god damn. And then there's also different nuances and loss of context when you're reading it. Like they can't draw everything.
No.
And they don't explain everything, right? So when you're able to now see it in animation, like, and now you're able to fill in those spots, like I thought 1,000 Year Blood War arc with Bleach, that was a real victim of like stuff not being explained, and like it just.
I didn't even finish that. Did you finish it?
What, the manga?
No, the animation.
Oh yeah, I finished that.
I didn't finish it.
Yeah. Come on, you got to show. Yeah. So the fact that I was able to see it, and I mean, I saw it subbed.
I watched it dubbed.
I know you watched it dubbed. I know you watched it dubbed. But
I think that was pretty cool that they had the option, although it was at different times. To watch it. So I mean that was.
And I
good.
watched it in IMAX. Yo, IMAX,
I watched the IMAX too.
IMAX, y'all gotta do better with them seats, yo. Because when I was like, when I was when I sat in the seat and I was like, wait, I can't put my feet up. I was like, oh, this is crazy. So, boy, don't lick my mic. So yeah, yeah, the fact that I was able to see his backstory and like really understand, like, yo, like his life was just trash.
Yeah.
Like
He had good intentions.
yeah, he's like, yo, these hands were originally meant to take care of people.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's all he was doing, and even when he was stealing, like I'm doing it to
save his father's life.
my father.
Yeah.
And then when you think he's about to have a redemption arc, some haters poison his would be father-in-law and his wife.
I mean, it was crazy. First, it was crazy that he was getting in trouble for stealing to save his father. Then his father just kills himself.
Yeah,
which is crazy.
Yeah.
So it was like, damn. And then, yeah, like you just said, like his father-in-law and his wife, they poisoned them, which is wild.
And he goes to the dojo.
Yeah.
Everyone has swords. Everyone has weapons, except for him. He kills 67 people. Like he just, what is it? The Darth Vader hallway scene. Like just like just with your hands, like you're dead, you're dead, you're dead. So I mean, watching it definitely made me feel more for him than reading it. Like, especially when you get to the end of certain mangas, it's like, yo, I just kind of want to get through this. Sometimes you get caught reading, and you're not looking for the context. It's, I don't know, like if you guys read, maybe you can like resonate with this, but like I feel like it's hard to go back to a story once I'm finished with it.
Yeah.
Like I have the whole set of Dragon Ball upstairs. Like legit Dragon Ball all the way to the Buu Saga. I very seldom open it up.
Yeah.
Same thing with Naruto Shippuden. I got the whole box set. Specifically Shippuden, not the OG Naruto. And I took it out.
You know, they said they were doing that.
What?
The animation.
Yeah, that was like however many years ago. Like, who knows when that's going to actually
I think
drop.
that's more recent.
No, I don't know.
Yeah.
But no, this movie is breaking records. You weren't going to go see it. I told you, I was like, yo.
Yeah, but it's coming on Crunchyroll.
I know,
soon.
but no, I think they said that it's coming out like early next year or in the middle of next year. Like they're giving it some time to breathe because they're not letting it come out so because it's breaking numbers.
Yeah.
It's breaking records. It's crazy that the number one grossing foreign movie is Demon Slayer Mugen Train, and the number two is Demon Slayer Infinity Castle. Like this shit is making waves, y'all. Shit, 70 million in the first weekend for US. Like that's crazy. I only spent $7 on that bitch. So like, the fact that it made 70 million, I was like, yo, this shit is really, really good.
Yeah.
And it's not a fleeting anime enthusiast thing. Like this is a real shift in Hollywood right now. And the fact that Sony distributed it, so like that's why you got the little Sony in the beginning. Like this is like people are gonna put money behind anime now.
It depends because it depends on how good the shows are because now the shows are movie worthy. So
that is true.
So you can't just be like, oh, we're gonna take this one and bring it to the box office. Nobody gonna watch that shit.
What would come up? Well, they made a movie for Don Da Don. They made a movie for Chainsaw Man.
You didn't watch either of those. I mean,
we haven't watched them, but like that just because we haven't watched them doesn't mean that they're not popular. Like they're popping for a reason.
I guess.
I mean, it just might not be our thing.
Yeah, what they need to do is make a Gundam. I'm a mecha guy, so I bang with the Gundams. But I don't know. But overall, it was a great movie. I would give it a. I give it a 9. I give it a 9. Good action, good backstory, super long, but it was long, but it was filled with information. It was filled with information. It's not like it was long and it's just like, all right, this scene is taking too long. It's like they're saying like the very first fight. It was like, all right, he's playing with her, but she's dead ass trying. She is trying. So it's like it was a really good movie. I think it had a decent pace to it. Um, I mean, and it leads the way it ended though was kind of weird. Cause I was expecting something else to happen, and it just hit the credit. The credits just dropped in. I was like, all right, cool.
Well, I mean, they hit the credits, but the animation was still going.
Yeah, no, it's just that's why I was like, it was weird. I was like, what the hell?
No, because they literally gotta do a third. So just like you said, like they gotta finish up. The next movie is probably gonna finish up the rest. So two halves of the Infinity Castle, and then one whole movie just for his fight, for Muzan's fight, and then like the epilogue, like what everyone does after the entire fight is done.
I mean,
what?
There's not a lot of everyone, so
we was able to go into modern day, and everyone was reincarnated.
Yeah, okay. Here we go. Yeah,
everyone reincarnated.
It wasn't a lot of everyone. So
I mean, the people you cared about.
Yeah.
The people you cared about.
Yeah.
Like really cared about.
Yeah, there's a lot
the people that you really, really cared about. Wait, what the fuck am I like holding back for? I already said spoilers.
A lot of people went to bed pretty early.
All the Hashiras with the exception of Sanemi and Giyu. Giyu's handicapped. Lost an arm. I was actually tight that Guillermo died.
Mm-hmm.
I said I was tight that he died.
Why?
Because I was like, yo, he was putting in mad work. He ain't putting in no work for this movie, but he gonna be putting in work. Yo, he's blind. No, that's right. He's blind, and he was able to open up the transparent world.
Yeah.
I was like, yo, what? Like, he's blind.
Yeah.
Like. But yeah, I'm giving this movie a solid 10 out of 10.
Oof.
I'm giving it a 10 out of 10. I was able to not only enjoy it with my son, but the fact that it is a gripe, like, yes, it was long, but like we would have had the same issue if we felt it was too short. So yeah. I'd rather be long.
It's not a gripe. I'm just.
It is a gripe because it did feel long. Like I was like, oh my god.
It's, like you said, it is at this point it's commonplace. I was like, yeah, oh my god, but I'm like, oh my god, like I'm watching a movie that's taking mad long for no reason. No, like it was good fights. I was like, all right.
And the action started in the beginning, and it didn't stop until the end. Yeah, like, and the little breaks in between the backstories, they were all warranted. Yeah, like because you wasn't gonna get them. I guess the only thing that you could have done differently, which a lot of other anime do, is when the person's about to die, that's when you get the backstory. But I mean. Tomato.
Everybody's dying.
Tomato.
Everybody's dying. It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. Like,
because otherwise you wouldn't get the story. Like
yeah, tomato. Yeah. Do I get it before the fight? Do I get it in the middle of the fight, or do I get it at the end of the fight? Like, it doesn't fucking matter.
Cut homie's head off, and he said, "No, I can still fight." Try to push his head back on. He's not even tried. He was pulling his head back on. It was regenerated.
And then they what did they like shoulder tackle him or like hit him or something like that? And it didn't even matter because like he was about to regrow that shit anyway.
Yeah, crazy.
Yeah, but
Overall, great movie.
No, that's
If
a
it's still in theaters,
must
go
watch.
watch it. Go do IMAX. If I mean,
So
yeah, depending on where you watch IMAX at.
So they said that the 40X is a great experience too. Like
The 4DX, the one with the smells and stuff.
yeah. They said
hate
it's
that.
crazy.
That thing is. I hate that thing because the way that they do the smoke and like what sometimes what the water spraying and like it's dirty ass water.
It's pipe water. It's pipe water. Same water you wash your hands with.
It's tap.
No, they gonna put no goddamn bottled water and spray you in your fucking face. Yeah, man. Yeah, I'm gonna go on a limb. If this is how you start, if this is like this is like saying the Avengers is a trilogy. Was the first Avengers movie? The first Avengers movie was an epic. Like that was epic.
Mhm.
Like the whole setup, everything, the Fury being Fury. Then everyone in a circle in the middle of New York, like, hey, we didn't get the Avengers assemble, but you damn sure thought it was gonna happen right at that moment. Like that was a fucking epic.
Mhm.
I'm giving Avengers 10 out of 10. Age of Ultron aged very well. People didn't appreciate it when it first came out, but now that we had more information, now that we have more context that we probably didn't get from the first Avengers or the movies leading up to it, right? Now, after the fact, people appreciate Age of Ultron a little bit better, right? Then you get to Infinity War / Endgame, which is really just one movie, but it's just too fucking long to make it but to have you sit there for 6 hours. So if you look at Avengers as a trilogy, this movie is Avengers Part 1. This is a fucking good start. This is a fucking good start. I don't know. This is what I want my anime to be. I want a good amount of story, and I want people with the fisticuffs and the sword clinking. That's exactly what I fucking got. I couldn't ask for no better. I was actually thinking about going to go see it again in the dub.
Out of control.
I was like,
out of control.
This is
way too long. We go back in there, sit down. It's good, but I would rather wait for Crunchyroll to drop it and then sit in my couch.
I'll give you that.
With a bottle of beer.
Oh, here we go.
Or a glass of wine. Or a cocktail. With a big ass pizza.
Oh boy.
And watch that movie in my couch.
Yo. Yeah, that was peak.
Yeah, it was good. It was good.
Peak. That was most definitely what you want from your anime.
Oh shoot. We almost skipped this.
What?
Kawhi might not be a Clipper anymore.
Oh, we ain't got enough time for this.
Yeah. We'll touch on that another time.
And we need
we'll touch on it another time. We'll leave it alone.
I mean, I told you I was done with him and the Clippers.
Yeah. We'll touch on that another time.
That's crazy.
But yeah. Any last words?
Go watch that movie before it leaves theaters.
Yeah, it's a great experience.
Go watch that movie.
Great experience. Can't say don't watch it. It is long, like I said, but at this point we've been what's the term?
Spoiled?
Not spoiled.
Conditioned?
Conditioned. Thank you. We've been conditioned for super long ass movies at this point.
Attack on Titan.
I haven't watched that movie.
Oh my god.
I read it. I'm all set. I don't need to sit there. But we've been conditioned for long movies, through hero-based movies, even regular movies now. I wouldn't say now, because regular movies now are pretty are good, like 120 minutes, so that's not bad.
Yeah.
But yeah, definitely give this a watch. Anything else?
No. If you enjoyed this conversation, make sure you like, share, comment, subscribe, and tell a friend to tell a friend.
Tell more friends.
Talk about Kobe because he said I'm all up in here. This conversation.
Kobe feeding for some love.
Yep. But yeah. We'll see you guys later. Peace.